Okay, I am back. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay again and everything's looking smooth. Everything froze on my end, so I had to shut it off and reload it. So sorry for the mix-up there. We'll just keep it mellow on this part so it doesn't freak out or freeze up again. My computer's a dinosaur, man. It's a dinosaur. Oh well. As long as I don't push it too hard, we should be okay. Alright, I'm just going to leave it like that for right now. I'm not going to bother messing with it. Just going to leave it alone. Alrighty. So hopefully you're having a good day out there. It's, what is it, Friday today? So it's a good Friday or whatever they call it. It's kind of exciting. Okay, leave that there. But yeah, awesome, man. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day out there. Let me know what you guys got going on. Anything interesting? Okay, volume's off on that. I got the guitar turned off. Only because I noticed when I have the plugins on, everything gets really worse with like the smoothness of the live stream. So I'm going to play a little bit without turning the plugin on for right now. And we'll try plugging it on or again in a little bit. What's up, Dorotio? You're practicing? Heck yeah, man. That's what I like to hear. What are you working on today? Anything exciting? Ah, ran out of frets. Oh well. We'll get it going. We'll get it going. Let's see, you're working on the cage system. Oh, man. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Let me try putting this other setting on. Post-production one. Sorry, guys. Just one more sec here. Positive grid. I think the positive grid plugin's not too bad, if I remember correctly. It's not very fancy. It doesn't sound that great. But it doesn't cause any issues. So, well, what can you do? It's going to take just a second. I'm just waiting for this thing to load up here. I have to check the volume too, because I don't really know what the volume's at on this thing. It's going really slow. Sorry, guys. Real slow. Yeah, I guess it's an alright setting, but let's see if I can find one that's just more normal. Ignore that setup. I'm gonna go back to the screen here in a sec, guys. Sorry, I'm just trying to find a setting I like. Sounds alright, I guess. What's the next setting they have on here? This one's called Crunchy Cookies. What is that? Yeah, I guess it works for now. I can always adjust it later, I guess. All right, going back to the chat box. What do we got going on here? You already know 3-note per string modes. Oh, killer, man. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a good thing to learn, man. The 3-note per string system is really important. Learning the modes is a whole different thing, too. I mean, how do you say it? Like, the modes are important, but they're taught differently, or at least for me, I teach them a little differently, because, like, you have all your positions of your major scale, right? And people associate the names like, oh, shape 1's Ionian, shape 2's Dorian, shape 3's Phrygian, shape 4's Lydian, and all that, which is good, because, you know, that's just how they remember the shapes and the starting notes of those diatonic scales. But really, the modes are the chords that make the mode, you know, come to life, so to speak. So I normally teach people, like, parallel modes, like, okay, A Ionian, A Dorian, A Phrygian, A Lydian, along with, like, the associated chords, and you can think, like, okay, well, this is, what is Lydian, right? Major, but with a raised fourth, and that kind of thing. Anyways, getting sidetracked, but, cool, man, that's awesome. Let me go ahead and just move this over a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see everything okay. I'm just going to kind of extend some stuff here. All right, let me just move this over a hair. I'm going to move one more thing over. See what this one is. This is Glassy Clean. What does that sound like? Doesn't sound like much of anything. Some of these settings are kind of funky, but, you know, who am I to judge? Sounds kind of cleanish. Oh, that one is not going over so well. Let me see. Yeah, well, yeah, this isn't like the setting very much. That's okay, though. Whatever. Maybe if I adjust this one over just a little bit. It works all right. I don't know. Sounds okay, but it's whatever. Sometimes you get confused with modes with the B and the G strings when doing the modes on different keys. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that could be a little confusing sometimes. I think a lot of people go through that, especially with modes and stuff, because modes and scale shapes can be kind of mixed up a little bit. So definitely understandable, man. Definitely understandable. Hey, what's up, JC Guitars? How you doing, man? Good to see you today. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic, I guess, Friday. That's kind of weird to think. Fantastic Friday so far. Let me know what you guys got going on, if it's anything interesting, if you're going to the IHOP or if you're going to wherever, I guess. All right, let's see. I'm just going to get my hands warmed up. I'm trying to get my fingers moving around, so just don't mind me. Screwing around. Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope all's going well for you. I'm not used to playing on a clean setting, so these licks aren't really working, but I don't know. Let me see if I can switch a different setting up here. Let me try one more thing. Delete that setting, delete this one, try one more out. These plugins are a trip, man. Let's go and try Gojira. 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 Okay, let's hope I get some sounds going here that aren't too awful. Don't remember what some of these are, though, to be honest with you, so I have to kind of go back a little bit. This one's a little loud, so I'm going to turn this one down a hair. Where's my volume at? Level. There we go. I guess it kind of works. I'll just stick with this plugin for now. Not as good as real amps. I'm just going to go ahead and say that. I like plugins, but they're not the same as a real dynamic amplifier, you know? Hey, what's up, Cody? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. Hey, what's going on, Dwayne? Hope you guys are all having a good, fantastic Friday out there. I'm just getting warmed up here, so forgive the old slop, man. Getting my hands warmed up a bit. Let's see. Might get the old metronome going. Since I haven't practiced it all today. I don't know, we'll see. Just to get the hands kind of moving around a bit. Random notes. Let's see here. Payday, so you know it's a good day. Oh, that's good, man. Payday. Gotta love that. Gotta make that money, man. That's what they say, right? Slot. Oh well. Let's see, get to this. That was clean? Okay, well, if you say so, man. I don't know. I felt pretty sloppy today. I'm going to try to get my speed picking warmed up a bit more. Bear with me, guys. Speed up a little bit more. I need more of a challenge there. And let's see, you have a show with my 4 other girl music classmates in May. We're gonna do a 12-song set list. Oh my gosh. You've been rehearsing for the last 3 months for it? Dude, that's awesome, man. Congratulations on that. Heck yeah. Playing live is awesome, dude. Let's see. Make sure I'm reading that right. Yeah, okay, that's awesome. That's so cool. Congratulations on that. You're gonna have a blast. Just playing with other people and playing live and doing stuff. I mean, I know you already did it with the talent show thing. I saw that, by the way. If you guys haven't seen Sienna's video, she covers a Joe Satriani tune live, right? And it's a bunch of people there, right? And she's doing this big performance playing was it Always With Me, Always With You? Super cool. So if you guys have time to check that out, look that up. I think it's under Doro Tito's channel. But either way, check that out. It's super cool. But yeah, let me know how it goes. Let me know what's going on with the session and the jamming and everything. Let me know if you guys get some gig footage or whatever. I can check that out. Heck yeah. Playing live with other people is so fun. Honestly, you just can't go wrong with it. It's been a while since I've done that. It's been a while. Oh, hey, what's up, 2 yards? Random notes in between there, but it works. Where am I at here? Let's go kind of fast. Let's go a little faster. Random note choices, what the heck, why not? Sorry, I get a little sidetracked, guys. I'll pause that for a second so I don't drive you guys nuts. Let's see. Your fellow cadets made you learn Alicia Keys. Hey, nothing wrong with that, dude. Alicia Keys is pretty talented. So that works. Hey, what's going on, Cole Sloth? Do I have any tips for the F chord to bar all the strings? Yeah, it's kind of tricky, man. If you're doing the F bar chord, nobody likes it, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, we can talk about that a little bit. So when you're barring, I kind of keep my thumb a little bit lower behind the neck than I normally would, so I arch my fingers over a bit more. And as I do this, I'm kind of almost coming at a slant, like I said, of being completely straight, kind of slanting the finger just slightly. And then what you want to do is you want to apply pressure with the thumb as much as you do the index finger, because you're barring all the strings. So try playing one string at a time as you're doing this. Like that. Right? And it's very much so, you know, what we got here? Yeah, exactly what Cody says here, like the side of your fingers. Good way to put it, Cody. So having that like side angle helps a lot. Now, you know, it's not very common to do a full barred F anymore. Like in music, it's, you know, you're going to see like maybe 3 strings instead of a full barred F, or you might see like a lower extension F down here kind of thing. The reason for that is because usually when you're playing with other musicians, bar chords are almost like, they're not looked down on. It's just that they're not always compatible with other musicians. So like if you have a guy that's playing bass and you got a keyboardist and you got, you know, just whatever, a bunch of people in the band, playing a barred F chord is kind of pointless because you're taking, you know, space from the other musicians. So they'll have you play just like the bottom extensions, right? Just the lower octave of the chord. Right, so maybe you're doing like an inversion or a shell voicing even if you wanted to. And it works better with a band situation, so you're not stepping on anybody's toes. But yeah, as far as barring an F chord goes, if you want to bar an F chord, it's going to suck. But just getting used to having the strength the whole time helps. Any bar chords in general, try to hold it as long as you can without letting go. And then time yourself, like 10 seconds, right? Okay. And just hold it and then let go. And then do it again. Hold it, make sure it sounds good. Let go. If you do that every day, your bar chords are going to get really good really fast. But you got to do it every day, and it kind of sucks. So just prepare for that, because it doesn't feel fun. Let's see, your teacher said that John Lennon wouldn't play the full F chord. Yeah, exactly right. Your teacher's correct. And that's true for a lot of stuff, you know. It just depends on the situation. It really depends on, you know, just if you're playing jazz or rock or whatever, it's all going to play a big difference in, you know, if you're going to play a full extension of a chord or if you're playing just the root or playing just a fifth or whatever. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't mean to ramble. It's something I don't usually talk about with people because, you know, as a teacher, I usually work with kids and stuff, so I'm not really used to teaching this kind of thing. So bear with me. What do we got here? Oh, thanks, Dorotio. Appreciate that, man. Save these funds whenever you get your next haircut. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I very much so appreciate that, dude. You're awesome. But yeah, I mean, hopefully this, you know, that kind of stuff helps. Just bar every day, man. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. Just keep it held down and just really squeeze the heck out of it. But like, you know, that's just one type of bar chord, right? Because if you can't do an F chord up here and it's not working out so well, you can always just do the other F bar chord, 5th string root position down here. And it sounds better anyway to me. I like the sound of that. It just doesn't sound like it's imposing as much as like all those ones over there. Take into consideration too, when you bar anything past the 3rd fret, it's going to be a lot easier because 3rd fret, 2nd fret, and 1st fret are going to be a lot more tense. Right, you got a lot of tension up there on the top of the neck, so it's going to feel a lot harder to squeeze down. Anything past that, it's going to be a little bit easier. But anyways, let's see. Guitar is just like anything else. You have to run more to be able to run longer. Yeah, that's true. You have to press more to press heavier, so you got to play more so you have more ability to play. Exactly right, Cody. Well said, my friend. Yep, just like Cody says, just practice and consistency, man. You got to keep up with it. But super cool. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday out there. I'm just rocking out, and hopefully you guys are doing the same, enjoying it, whatever you guys are up to, whether it's going to Taco Bell with Metal Dude and Richard, or if you're hanging out at the Olive Garden doing whatever the heck Olive Garden people do. I don't know. IHOP, I guess. One of the other ones. Let me move out of the way here. Open widget. Well, I don't know if I need to do that. No real reason to do that yet. Okay, looks like everything's working out all right now. Let me know if anything changes on the screen for you guys. My thing's saying it's having some issue with the internet connection, I guess. So it's like lagging or something. Let me know if that's true. If not, just ignore me. But anyways, so yeah, man, guitar is a fun thing, you know, and there's so many things to practice. It's just like, it's a never-ending circle of things. It's just, oh man, it's just nuts. Endless Olive Garden soup. Infinite carb glitch. The ultimate bulk. Yeah, I gotta be careful with carbs, man. If I eat even like just a little bit too many carbs, I really like retain a lot of the weight, which sucks. Let's see, the video is laggy. Okay, let me try something real quick, and hopefully this will kind of help out. Let's see. Let's see if that helps a bit. I tried changing one of the settings. Give it a few seconds, and we'll see if it's any better or not. I have it plugged directly into the Ethernet cable, so let's hope that fixes it. But yeah, man, Olive Garden's awesome. I gotta watch out for the carbs on that one. I will literally bloat like a fish. Let's see what Sienna says here. To get good at barcodes, hold any barcode down for 3 seconds, then release, and then hold it again for another 3 seconds. Works big time. Yep, good advice, Sienna. Exactly like we were talking about. Holding those barcodes and, you know, building that endurance time. Definitely a tried-true method. I agree 100%. Let's see. Open widget. I don't know if that's going to make it slower or faster. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to change a setting on here real quick. YouTube. I blame YouTube and I blame California. Those are the two things. Good old California internet connections. Oh, man. Okay, well, hopefully that kind of gets less choppy for you guys. I don't know. I try switching some stuff around. We'll see. It's 50-50, but... What do I think of the steel frets? Do you like nickel better? Or tried gold frets? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, Cody. I don't know much about like the feeling of them. You know, these feel pretty awesome. You know, I have no issue with them. I think they play great. I don't know about like gold frets or other material. I played a lot of guitars and I don't really know what the feel difference would be. But yeah, whatever these were you said are awesome, dude. Good job on that. I know I don't know a lot about the tech part of this stuff. Steel frets makes for easy bending. Oh, I see. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes sense. I know they have like some preferences. Some people like extra jumbo. Some people like regular jumbo. Some people like medium jumbos. Extra jumbo I like. Medium jumbo I like. They're all pretty good. I mean, they're all a little different, but they're all pretty good. Let's see here. Your bar chord method is to make a block chord and then let off your index finger. Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're like holding the bar chord, but then you're lifting off and on like a finger at a time to get used to coordinating. It's a good way to do it if you want to get some coordination for sure. And Cody says these are steel. Okay. Yeah, these steel ones feel pretty good. Again, man, I'm not super like sharp with this stuff when it comes to like gear and like all that. It's more Richard, man. He talks my ear off. He'll tell me about like some stuff he's got. He's like, yeah, I got these really cool, you know, special pickups with these outputs and whatever. And he's all telling me like the whole spiel. And you guys know Richard, he's very detail oriented. So he gives me like this whole rundown of all the stuff. And I'm like, dude, well, go back to the beginning. What the heck did you just say? I'm like, that went way over my head. He's like, oh, come on, man. It's just frequencies and this and that. And I'm like, I'm lost. I could barely play the guitar, let alone talk about, you know, all the parts and everything. Like, I could tell you about wood. That's probably about it. Richard is a guitar nerd. Yep, he knows his stuff, man. He knows his salt for sure. Guy's like a guitar wizard, man. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and move this back over there. That's enough metronome for the day, I think. No more torture for you guys. Okay, let me turn this back on, and hopefully this doesn't ruin the video quality. But, well, you never know. You never know, man. Okay, back to playing a little bit. Let's see what happens here. Let's see, you can barely play. If that's the case, I can't even just play an E minor chord. Okay, my change corrected the lag. That's good to hear, man. Thank you for letting me know, 2 yards. Yeah, you know, these plugins, they're not very friendly with the stream for whatever reason, and that kind of sucks. But oh well. I guess what can you do? In this sense, we don't need a plugin. I'm gonna play the bass a little bit. The bass that Richard actually gave me, which I think I've only played like once or twice on a stream. I don't know if I even played it on the stream, to be honest. I've recorded with it a bunch, but I don't know if I've actually pulled it out in the stream. This thing plays pretty good. If you guys are big bass playing fans or not, I don't really know. But let's see what we got here. All right, that's my Seinfeld for the day. That's my chops. All right, let's see what we got. I'm not much of a bass player. I do guitar mainly, but I just play bass only because I have to. Because I don't have a bass player. Bad excuse. Bad excuse, man. Yeah, good enough. I guess it works. Oh, what we got here? Play the intro to Megadeth Peace Sells. The intro to Megadeth Peace Sells. Is that, you mean guitar or bass? We could definitely give it a look. I don't know how to play it off the top of my head, but I can definitely look at it. You love the bass, such a cool instrument. Never understood all the hate. Yeah, me either, man. Bass is really cool. And I'm probably going to get, like, you know, poked at for this, but bass is, like, super important. You know, without a bass player, your music's really going to hurt because, you know, you need that background, you know. Bass and drums got to interlock together, and that's what makes a lot of the best songs, in my opinion. And it's funny because a lot of people mistake the bass lines for guitar. They're like, oh, man, this cool guitar part in the song. I'm like, that's bass, man. It may sound like it's up here, but it's still bass, which is kind of funny. And it happens in Chili Pepper song a lot, too. You know the Californication song? Well, you know, the bass player is the one, Flea, doing the dun 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 dun, right? People do that on the guitar all the time. They're like, oh, yeah, I don't know how he does that in the guitar so fast. I'm like, it's because he's not doing it. He's just doing the picking, and the bass guy's doing the dun 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 dun, which is funny. So, yeah, bass gets a lot of hate, man. Let's see. My friend had a band, and he would a cappella the bass riff to start the song because they had no bass player. Oh, that works, I guess. That's funny, man. Yeah, the importance of bass, you know, like I said, it's huge, man. You really need the bass player for sure. People, like I said, just don't realize it. And I love guitar, don't get me wrong, you know, and I'm not much of a bass player. Like I said, I just do it because I have to. But yeah, it's interesting, having that little walking pattern. Now, how's it go? What is that? Is that Green Day? Is that what that is? I don't know. I've heard that somewhere. I just don't know what the heck I'm playing. Same here. You love to play all the parts when in the studio. Problem is, it's all me. All your style. Yeah, I know what you mean, 2 yards. That totally is understandable. I have the same problem, man. Because then you're playing your own stuff with yourself, and it's not like, you know, it's not any different. It just sounds like the same thing, and I totally understand, dude. I have the same problem. Being a YouTube band, right? Just by myself, I have the problem ripping myself off or playing the same riff, and I'm like, oh, this sounds cool. And then I go back, and I'm like, oh, wait, I already made that. I can't do it again. God. Anyways. Oh, it's good to hear, man. The barcore suggestions are helping out. Way to go. You know, I love that, man. I love this little community here where you guys can help each other out, or, you know, I can help people out, or we can all help each other out. It's awesome. I love that. So I'm happy you're getting benefits from that. Makes the whole stream worth it, in my opinion, if you're, you know, improving with your playing there. That was Green Day's Longview you were just playing. Okay. Thank you for that, because I forget names to a lot of these songs, and I'm like, what is this called? You know what has crazy bass in it is Hotel California. I got to pull it up, though, because I don't remember what it sounds like. Hold on. The bass is crazy. And I'm sure that's going to get, you know... Well, I don't know if it's going to get me in trouble. I'm going to pull up the Songster version, so it shouldn't be such a big deal. I don't think YouTube's going to care that much. But yeah, the bass in this song, once I remember how to play it, like the main riff part is crazy. Oh, wait, hold on. No. I don't want to play the actual YouTube, just the Songster. Yeah, so that's crazy. That's just like, what the hell? That's like almost more complicated than the Hotel California guitar. That's nuts, man. It's like, what the hell, you know? It's just weird. You wouldn't expect that in that song. Another song that has really wonky bass I noticed is... oh, no, I gotta watch an ad. TikTok. Oh, man. Okay. Anyways, going back to the purpose of that, it's so deceptive. Like, the easy songs have complicated bass, and the hard songs have easy bass. Like, if you look at Master of Puppets, the bass is stupid easy. Like, they don't even play any of the half of the notes in the beginning of that. It's just like literally doo-doo, and they don't even play the little dun-dun-dun thing with it. Like the original version, at least. So that's just so weird. It's honestly so strange. Let's see here. I love that you live stream on Fridays now. It's like the perfect end to the week. One more Lester live stream is one more week closer to State Academy. Oh, okay. That's awesome to hear that, Cody, man. I'm glad you guys liked the Friday stream idea. I was trying to do Tuesdays for everyone, but it really wasn't working out. I have so many lessons on Tuesday, and then like getting home and everything was just, it's just a big mess. So I'm glad you guys enjoy Fridays more. You kind of like hearing me playing the bass more than the guitar. Oh, yeah. The bass for Whom the Bell Tolls is a great... Oh, yeah, that's a good one too, man. But yeah, I'm glad you like the bass, man. Like I said, I'm not a bass player, really. I just screw around. I can't do the three-finger action. I mean, kind of. I can't do that. I can't do like how they're doing. I can only do 2 fingers. I mean, I can kind of do that. But it's awkward string crossing, right? I don't know. It just feels kind of strange. But anyways. Let's see. Hey, Lester, I know the 5 patterns and can play them vertically about 145 beats per minute, eighth notes. But for the life of me, I can't seem to connect them to make some music. Okay, Dwayne, so you're saying you know the 5 patterns. Do you mean like of the major scale? Like, is it caged you're talking about? Or are you talking like the pentatonic? Because I know there's so many different variations of stuff. So that's why I have to ask. Trying to put it into a guitar perspective, obviously. You could tell I'm not a bass player. Let's see. Pentatonic. Okay. So, because you mentioned the timing. So, is the timing an issue for you as well? Or is it mainly just trying to make it sound like music, you're saying? Because I see the 2 different things you mentioned there. Is it mainly the timing or is it the phrasing? Or both? How's that go? that's what... Cheesy, I know. Bear with me. Stereotypical bass lines here. So cheesy, so cheesy. I'm gonna go back to guitar in a minute because, yeah. Let me turn that off. Waste my battery juice on this thing. Alright. So, that was the bass. Super cool, super exciting. Not really. Well, it's alright, I guess. I have fun. And that's what matters, I guess, as long as we have fun, right? I guess. Something like that. So, I'm going to plug this guy real quick. And, or actually, hold on a second. Make sure everything's... Oh, yeah, okay, my plugin's off. I'm just making sure it doesn't make a bunch of noise or anything. But I don't think it will, so we're good. All right, before I get the guitar, cool announcement for you guys. Cool announcement. We finally have a new guitar to review. Looking forward to that, as you could probably hopefully see in a second. In the background of my random junk in my pile of miscellaneous things I live around. This guitar here in this case. Got a new guitar to review. Can't tell you what it is, because that would spoil the fun, right? You guys gotta wait for the video, but new guitar, definitely exciting, definitely fun. I can let you know so far I'm enjoying it. It plays pretty dang good for what it is. But, like I said, you guys gotta wait. I can't take it out right now, so. But that should be coming next week at some point in, like, I don't know, some time slot of whenever, midweek or something like that. Whenever I get time to film and edit and all that junk. So, stick around for all that stuff in the future. Cool bass playing, really. Oh, well, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Ooh, can't wait. Yeah, me either, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see it. We won't tell. Yeah, I wish, man. I wish I could. Looks like your room. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, this is a mess. My apartment is literally like, I don't know. How do you say it? It's like the size of like a room, right? I got a very small studio apartment. So, like, I've told people this before. Like, right in front of my camera past me here. Like, my front door is literally, like, a few feet away. Like, 2 feet away to the door. To the right of me, a wall. Left of me, my bed. That's it. So everything's like this little tiny baby circle. California's finest, man. Gotta love that. So everything's just, like, literally stacked. Because there's no room for anything. And I'm, like, trying not to trip and die half the time. Like, hopping around, like, one leg in it, two leg in it, you know? But anyways. Having said all that, we're talking about the pentatonic position. So let me get my guitar plugged back in, and we'll talk a little bit about all that good stuff. All that good stuff. Let's see. LA is expensive. Yeah, it sure is, man. I couldn't afford to live in LA. Yeah, I'm more like central northern California, thank God. If I lived in LA, I'd probably be dead. I can't afford that. Sorry, I was trying to do an economy picking thing. Got sidetracked. You know the feeling used to live in 1 years ago. Oh, man. Yeah, so you guys know the fun of it all. Well, at least my dog likes it. You know, he's small, so everything's big to him. I think. I hope he enjoys it. I don't know. Not like he has much of a choice. Poor guy. But anyway, so I'm going to use just basic non-plug-in sounds because I think that's less offensive to the stream. So hopefully you can hear me all right there. Just super clean. Sorry. When you're making music, and I think you said it was at 145 BPM, right? It's like you're doing, you said eighth notes. So 145. And so when you're playing your pentatonic positions, right? And I don't know what key you're playing them in, but let's just say A, I guess, because it's a common one. Like, this is great for practice, but it's not music. This this is technique, timing. Right, you get the idea. A little sloppy on my part, but that's just practicing. It's not musical, like you said. So what you want to do is kind of space apart the notes and let the music breathe a little bit. So maybe you got something like... So trying to blend like the shapes together by using just a couple strings, and then you want to make something more melodic by letting the music breathe a bit more. Change up the subdivisions. Don't always think like you have to play only eighths or only triplets. You can blend them. Think of more like a rhythm pattern, right? So or whatever. It doesn't even have to be that fast. You can take your time with it. Right. And I'm kind of blending my major scale with it. So sorry, it's such a habit for me. I don't mean to do that, but see, pentatonic, blend it with your like just two strings, let's say like D and G, and then try making like a melody or a timing thing, like. And then maybe if you go to like the next two strings, right? And so I guess my whole point to that is don't feel like you have to play eighth notes the whole time. And don't think you have to use the whole box. Like, you don't have to do the whole like that. Now, you could also put it like, let's say like 170 something. Or sorry, not 170. You could put it like a 70 something. Right? And try to groove a little bit more with it. Right? This is boring eighth notes. But let's say you break it down a bit more. Alright. That's more like blending those things right together, right? But if you want to stick strictly pentatonic, you could. It might not sound like a lot, but you can do some cool stuff like... But yeah, I take a lot of inspiration from like Chinese traditional music. But anyways, I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope that kind of helps you out a bit, man. Sorry if it's a little off the wall ideas, but I always think of more melodic, right? More than anything. Because I used to have a problem with being the opposite, where I wasn't very melodic. So I try to avoid that road again. Anyways, I think your best skill is your slides, man. I appreciate that, man. I feel like I'm kind of sloppy with those, but I try like doing those like backwards ones. Sometimes I bend then slide like. Or you know, sometimes it's like half slides. But some people do really crazy slides. I mean, look at Guthrie Govan with this whole that little weird bouncing thing he does. How about some intricate jazz chords and riffs, please? Yeah, for sure, man. I'm not a jazz expert, but I can show you what I know. What was this? So you're blending the minor and major. Yeah, you can. You could blend minor pentatonic with the minor scale, like the full thing, like if you're playing pentatonic. And I'm just playing the full minor scale on that, right? By using certain intervals, like the 9th and 11th. What song was that from Guthrie? That was, I think, Waves, right? The little... Or no. I remember, I learned that song a long time ago, and I don't remember any of it. No. No. I don't remember the rest of the notes now. Oh, well, but yeah, it's some weird slidey thing like that. I barely remember any of that stuff from that guy, because that guy's so crazy. Oh yeah, sorry, intricate chords. So, probably a little out of tune. Sorry, all the bending and everything. I like minor 11th chords. I don't know if you like those or not, or if you guys use those ones. Some of my favorites I use all the time for recordings. Because you could do some nice walking patterns, like you can walk from minor 11 to like a type of sharp, type chord. Or going to a 13th. Altered chords, right? Maybe into another minor 7 or minor 11. It's a nice way to kind of cross areas. But also, instead of just doing minor 7, which gets kind of boring, you could do like a minor 6. So it's kind of fun to do those. But minor 11 works really good even in metal, not just like jazzy stuff. Because then sometimes instead of playing just a minor chord, I can be like, a picking pattern. Right, there's that kind of sound, which, I think works relatively well. But it's the other cool chords, like obviously major 7s, probably 6 chord or 6, yeah. Those you could do like 9th chords. Those are kind of awkward. You could also do a minor 7 from here. It's an ugly shape. Instead of doing like here, you could do this, which is fun. Anyways, I'm not very good at those types of things. It's like bossa nova. What does it say here? Sorry, I scrolled down. Sweet, you're gonna learn it? Heck yeah, Cody. I'm excited to hear that, dude. Definitely give it some love, man. It's a good song. Fives? No, Fives is a good song too. Fives is the one that does the... And the, what is it? No, I remember it. I was like, oh. Something like that. I don't remember. Some little... It like switches key like a few different times too, which is annoying. But I don't remember half of that song. But anyways, yeah, more weird chord voicings. Trying to think of any other good ones. Like you could do some patterns, like you could do some minor 7s, or sorry, minor 7 flat 5 chords. Like a minor 2 5 1, like an altered 5 chord there, or sharp 5, right? And then maybe to a regular minor 7, so 2 5 1 and minor. So those are a couple examples of things you like to do. Sometimes I like to do major 7, right? And then maybe I'll walk up and do, I think I did this for a different thing I was writing. These little triad voicings. Right, that kind of thing. So there's just a lot of variations. I'd say learn all your 7th chords, like, you know, minor, major 7, dominant 7. Learn your 9th chords and 6th chords. Learn your dominant chords, right? Just learn all of them. Altered chords like sharp 5 or minor 7 flat 5. Learn your diminished chord voicings, right? Because you can do those for certain, like, or I can do a like there, that diminished. Right? Or you could do these little walking bass lines, which I'm not very good at. Like that. But like these little lower extensions are a lot better. Because it's like, how do you say it? These are chords you're only going to use by yourself. Like, you could play these in a band sitting, but like I said, you want to use like shell voicings. So like, instead of playing the full chord of something, maybe you know, if I'm doing like this over here, or if I go, how do I do this? Yeah, there we go. So if you do like shell voicings of E minor to like a like an A7 shell voicing. Just taking out certain notes, it's going to be a little bit better sounding. But anyway, sorry, I get a little sidetracked. We can go back down. Lester, I started learning the solo to Shook Me All Night Long. I don't know that one off the top of my head. You know, I never learned a lot of AC/DC songs. I only know like the riffs and stuff. I never listened to a lot of the solos. Like, I know they have the and all that good stuff. But that's all I pretty much learned from that song. Your wife challenged you to learn 5s. I got a new guitar from the bet. Oh, that's awesome. Your brother plays a right-handed guitar upside down. All his chords are made upside down. That's crazy, man. He's left-handed, by the way. Wow. What a trip. You see some really interesting stuff out there, man. I mean, honestly, you see some really interesting stuff like that. I mean, the talent people have to play stuff upside down is just crazy. But it's super cool, man. Yeah, 5s is a tough song. It took me a while to get that cover up on YouTube. That was probably one of the hardest songs I covered on this channel. That and the Moonlight Sonata one. Those two kicked my butt, man. They were hard. And, I mean, there was just a lot of stuff I had to change. Especially the weird tappy things and everything. Yeah, this song's nuts. Let me go down here. MAB. Yeah, MAB's crazy too, Doroteo. Yeah, all the double-handed stuff that guy does. Insane. He was one of my inspirations for speed playing. I love to hear his neck pickup sound going the right, the little. Like that kind of sound, you know, but with distortion, obviously. Guy's awesome. The guy who plays with his feet has no hands. Yeah, it's true, man. I seen that guy, and he shreds with his feet. It's nuts. People have some crazy talents out there, and anytime I feel good about like something I write or play, I go on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, and there's like a 5-year-old playing way better than me, and I'm like, why? What happened? Who's feeding this kid? You know, what is he getting fed? Like books? MAB came up with the term shred. Yeah, I agree with you, Doroteo. You too. I had to realize what I couldn't hear. I made so many assumptions. Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard, but we know one thing's for sure: a lot of chromaticism. So, we're like 80% there. Even if we're playing the wrong notes, at least we're kind of intertwining with some of them somewhere, every once in a while, right? That's why I looked at it. I'm like, well, might be a little off, but it's close enough. Close enough. And I've seen him play it so many different ways too, like live. Like I've seen so many different live videos of him, or he just changes the solo, or he'll change like parts himself, just because he's just such a crazy madman. But yeah, the guy's amazing. One song that really blows my mind is not in terms of difficulty, but like in terms of covers. Like people always cover "Wonderful Slippery Thing." Like I see it all the time pop up, like "Wonderful Slippery Thing," "Wonderful Slippery Thing," or whatever. So it's like, okay, every time I click on it, nobody ever covers the intro right. Like they never play the little beboppy thing. And they just skip ahead and do their own solo, and they don't play like anything. Like, I don't know, it's just annoying because like when you see like a cover, I assume you're going to at least try to play it close to the original, right? That's what I try to do. So when I click on something and it's just totally random, and I'm like, if I wanted to listen to improv, I would just look at improv. Like, it's not the same thing. Anybody can improv over a backing track. It's not, like, difficult. So that's one thing I never understood with that song specifically, "Wonderful Slippery Thing." If you guys look it up on YouTube, it's hard to find an actual, like, note-for-note cover. Everybody else is just kind of, like, winging random notes and doing their own solo on it, which is cool, I guess, but really random. I mean, I don't know. It's like me if I, like, decided one day, I'm going to go through all Metallica's songs, and I'm going to cover them, but I'm not going to play the solos. I'm going to make my own solo. Like, that's what this doesn't make any sense, It's weird. Let's see. No one covers Steve Morse correctly either. Yeah, Steve Morse is crazy, man. I love his picking. It's so interesting, especially his arpeggio sequences. The guy has some really, like, just trippy, like, circling, like, I don't know what you call it. This looks crazy to watch. Guy's a legend for sure. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to fix something that's popping up. I get these ad things that pop up every once in a while, which is annoying. Now, the reason I took my plug-in off is because I think it was draining my connection or something. So that's why I'm playing this without any distortion or any plugins at all. I'm going to see if it'll let me do it now, though. Let me see if I turn it on, if it'll let me. Or else it's going to get ticked at me. Let's see if it's much crunch. Nope. It's not happy with me. Hold on a second. Let me try one more angle here. Turn that down this way and bring that up a notch. I guess it's working all right now. Earlier was not having it, so I'm glad we're working okay with this. Let's see. That's my what do you call it? Junky thing. Let me go back down here. Sorry guys, my chat's like winging out. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. Put your tube screamer in front of the interface. Just pretend the interface is an amp and layer your pedals that you normally would. No. Good thinking, man. Good thinking on that one. Yeah, I can't stand noise gate, unfortunately. I hate it. It kills the sustain, it kills the sound. I don't know. It doesn't agree with me. But yeah, I might try the Tube Screamer. I think that the Tube Screamer is like, where is it at? It's an off-brand one too I use. This is the one. It's the Green Mile. I love that. It's so cheesy, like the movie Green Mile, man. Oh, it's lagging again? Okay, so it's the plug-in. I gotta turn the plug-in off, I guess. Alright, see if that fixes it, guys. Sorry about that. For whatever reason, the plugin just does not agree with streaming. But yeah, so this is the Green Mile. It's like the Ibanez Tube Screamer ripoff. That's, I don't know. I think I got this for like $25 like years ago. I think it's now like 40 or whatever, but this thing's pretty sick. Good idea, Cody. I might do that. I might think of the interface as an amp and run this thing in front of it. That might help me out a bit. But first I got to get a power adapter to bring over here because my outlets are in weird areas and all my connectors are used up, so I have to get like a different extension to run that over here. We'll figure it out. Plugins, man. One of these days I'm going to get a different computer. I've had this one for so long, and it's just like, it's like an ancient antique, man. It's a mess. So bear with me, guys. Bear with me. We'll get there one day. What we got here? You kick butt, bro. I didn't see that. Sorry, 2 yards. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'm all right, man. I'm sloppy, but I make it work. Okay. But yeah, so this next guitar review is coming out. I'm pretty stoked with these 2 tracks I made. I have 2 new songs with it. One song's kind of like a, I don't know how you describe it. It sounds kind of like a Joe Satriani kind of ripoff. Well, it's not. I don't want to say ripoff because it's not totally Joe Satriani, but like similar. And then I have another one that's going to be like a Tony McAlpine kind of song, like just shredding 200 beats per minute, like harmonized and stuff. So they're not my best work because I had kind of a deadline on this, so I didn't really have a lot of time to like, sit and write something out really thoroughly. So I just made something kind of semi-technical, semi-basic. Either way, I'm kind of excited for it. I think it's going to be fun. I had a third song, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out in the right timing because I have a singer I was working with, and this guy got sick, so he lost his voice, and it didn't really work out. So I have the track, but no vocals. But that will be coming a different date probably. So it's going to be like a two video thing. Like you're going to see me do the guitar review with 2 songs, and then I'm probably going to release a third song later on in that time frame. So anyways, we'll see how it goes. 50-50 on that. And thank you, JC. Appreciates that, dude. Heck yeah. Did you know Satriani taught Steve Vai how to play? Yeah, for sure, man. Steve Vai, I'm not sure. Joe Satriani taught a lot of guys. He taught, Kirk Hammett for a little bit. He taught Alex Skolnick from Testament. I mean, a lot of people have taken lessons from the Satch, which is crazy. It's really weird to think, man. And Steve Vai taught a lot of people too, which is really weird. It's just so like, I don't know, it's like a small little world, Yeah, I got a pick. It's like a Satriani pick, but I never use it. It's like what do you call it? Like a limited edition or something with a signature on it. It's pretty cool, but I never use it because I don't want to mess it up, and it's also a little too light because I use the 2mm, and I think it's like a 0.1 or something. But this guy I know locally, he's kind of like a rich kind of guy. Like he owns a lot of stuff in town, and so he knows Satch and he knows, I guess, Vai. And I didn't believe him until one day when I went to see Vai concert. Steve Vai mentioned him in the audience. He's like, "Hey, in the front row there." He's like, "Mr. So-and-so, He's like, "Do you have this guitar of mine yet?" Because he collects guitars. He has like Chris Broderick. He has like every kind of guitar you could think of he owns. Like thousands of dollars worth of guitars this guy has. It's crazy. And it doesn't even use half of them. But still cool. But yeah, Steve Vai was like making a joke at him. "You got this guitar yet? I know you have all those other ones in your collection." He's like, "So do you have the Hydra yet?" And I was just like laughing, thinking, wow, he does know everybody. That's crazy. It is a trip, man. Use the Dunlopd 38s. Oh my goodness, man. I don't think I can last with that. I'd break that pick. That's intense, man. But I think that's close to like Richard. I think Richard uses like a point. Oh god, he told me it's like a 60 or something. Is that right? Is it a .60? I don't remember. Something close to that. So you're kind of closer to Richard's than mine. Yeah, I used to use a 2mm Gator, and then I switched over to this Andy James Jumbo Flow pick. And, I love the feel of this thing because I don't have big hands, but my fingers are kind of long, I guess, and they're kind of like, I don't know how you say it, stubby on the tops. So picks always felt small to me. Like I have a Richard pick here, actually, I can show you guys. Let's see. Oh, wait, what happened here? Did my camera go out? Oh, it froze. Why is that happening? Okay, hold on a sec, guys. Let me reset my camera device. I think I can do it from properties. Hold on a sec. That's so silly. No, and no. Put it back on. USB camera. Is it not going to let me? Okay, I think I messed something up. Okay, I'm going to have to restart the stream real quick. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. At least for a little bit. This stupid computer, man. Okay.